Yo, what's up trainers, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we're going to be diving into the Great League once again. And the team I'm showcasing today is going to be DEOXYS on the lead, LICKY as a safe swap in general. Depends really on what your opponent has on the lead, but in general you want to do that, don't safe swap into that WIGGLYTUFF, and then WIGGLYTUFF in the back just to as a closer. And due to the subtyping of normal and fairy, it is just such a great mon. I've showcased it earlier in another video as well, but I was just like feeling it because I just like to play with WIGGLYTUFF, to be honest, as I think it's a really cool mon. Also, the LICKY safe swap is there for you to lure out those steel types. Trainers are very tempted to come in with the steel type against the LICKY. Why? Because all your charge move will be resisted, but that just frees up the way for your WIGGLYTUFF to shine. So, without further ado, let's hop into these matches, where in the first match we have a superior safe swap, perfect lead by the way with the Jugon, but I don't have a hard answer for this, so I'm just going to go for the Psycho Boost, get some nice chip damage, and then afterwards I am gonna go and come in with my LICKY. I think that in this match I'm going to shield up this first move, just to make sure that we shield up a Frenzy Plant, which it is, which is a nice shield for us. And the reason why I'm shielding there is also because in general, when you come out this matchup with a lot of HP, you can land some fine waves on your opponent. And if they don't have a steel type or anything in the back, at this point I'm also expecting a Sableye. The damage of the power whip here, we outpace them to the move, which is very nice, where we are now even on shields, which is a mistake by my opponent. They either had to go for their shield advantage, and now they're in a spot where they have to throw energy at some point, otherwise I will get to a fine whip, and they're gonna go for their move, which is fine. I'm not going to shield here. I need my shield obviously for my WIGGLYTUFF, and now I'm expecting a Sableye in the back. Let's see if they have something like that. They got a fighter though, so that's going to be a GG, as we can easily shield up this move, as this is going to do so much damage. And then afterwards we can just load up these disarming voices onto that Jugon, but my opponent knows better, and they're going to top left. So GG's to that opponent. Next game we face the absolute nightmare lead, but we got the answers for it in the back, so we're just going to safe swap into that LICKY. And what do they reply with? They reply with a mid-champ. So looking at their team right now, if we had WIGGLYTUFF on the lead, they would be gone. They would be absolutely, well, they would be getting deleted by as soon as that match started. They would have lost. But now, well, they got the alignment as they wanted, but still this game is not over, as I'm expecting something in the back that might be weak against my WIGGLYTUFF as well. So at this point I'm just going to wait my timer here. Gonna go for the aggressive, or well, not aggressive, but for the farm down. Also I waited a turn there just to make sure that my timer will get up, because I don't want to get into that matchup of the Sableye. As you can see right now, I'm not tapping, and now I'm gonna go for the tap to get the KO, and also now we can instantly swap. What do they have in the back? It's actually going to be a Power Snow on Ninetales. If this would have been a Charm Ninetales, I think this game would have been over, as we both had 2 shields. But now this actually looks very promising for us, as we can easily 2 shield farm them all the way down, or maybe even 1 shield, take 1 move, and then get the full farm down. So I'm gonna shield up 1 move, preserve 1 shield, or well, I'm not going to do so. I'm just gonna go for the full farm down, and actually maybe I should have went for the full farm down or for the 1 shield farm down, but this is going to work out as well, I think, as we will reach one more disarming voice to get both shields down. And also, as you can see, we reach the move. They cannot farm a lot of energy, because if they do, we will just charm them all the way down, right? So they have to throw here, and they also need to throw, I think, a return to get the guaranteed KO, because I think we still live a foul play from this range. So they go for the return, and now we did had some energy from the mid-champ farm down. We go for the Thunderbolt. I think maybe a Psycho Boost would have been enough, but I didn't want to risk it here. We get to the move, outpace them to the foul play, or in this case for us the Thunderbolt, but outpace their move, which is going to be that foul play, and we get to dub. So that was actually a really nice win for this from this team. And now we face well, slightly negative lead once again. So I'm just gonna go for the Psycho Boost and dip, hoping to get that steel type out there. Maybe they have a Machamp as well, which is not the thing I want to bait out with my LICKY. I'm hoping to get those steel types out, and my opponent is actually deciding to stay in, which is fine for me. I'm just going to let this go. LICKY is also there to soak a lot of damage. They go for the aerial A, so I'm expecting them to probably come in with their own LICKY, as they want to get some chip damage off my Licky Tongue to just guarantee that they will win switch unless I commit some shields, which I'm not, but they actually come in with a Clodsire. So I have never played this matchup before until today, or until this match I should say. And as you can see, we're just gonna go for the move here, spam out these body slams. I went for the power whip first if I'm not mistaken, just to see what does more, but I think going for the power whip is the better play, as it's just better energy efficient, and sometimes maybe you can go for the power whip to get the KO if it does a bit more, but I think it's almost the same. So here they go for the move. It's a bit unfortunate as we cannot take switch here. They showed their secondary move, which is perfect for us, because now I know that they're not running Mega Horn, so I don't have to be worried about that combo move where they're just going to, well, not one-shot us, but do a lot of damage. They get to the Earthquake anyway, so they do a lot of damage anyway, so this is not looking too good, but hopefully they got something in the back, as we got rid of the poison typing, which is very important obviously. So I'm just gonna go for a Psycho Boost, and what do they have in the back is actually going to be a Lantern. So I was quite slow on my swap, which is something that's probably gonna cost me here, because now I think they will outpace me to the to their Surf. They go for a Thunderbolt as well. I was hoping that they would go for the Surf here, which is also a bit unfortunate, because now those sparks are actually doing, well, a decent amount of damage, where they are probably likely, or they have a chance of farming us all the way down. And if that's going to be the case before I reach 2 moves, then this game is going to be over, because then they will just have so much energy where, yeah, we can do basically nothing against it, as we also need the farm down and the energy on our DEOXYS. So I could have went here for the move, but I think I would have lost CMP as well against the Lantern. So now my only hope here is to basically farm them all the way down, leave with 2 moves, and then that's going to be a GG on our part. But they live on 1 HP, and that's going to be a GG from my part, but also from their part, as they played this very well. And unfortunately, even though we were 2 shields up against their 1 shielded Lantern, they still got the dub. So that just also gets to show how strong Lantern still is. So here we face a very tough Pokemon for this team once again. Victory Bell or Venusaur in this case are both 2 Pokemons which this team doesn't like to see. I'm gonna go for the Psycho Boost, get some early shield advantage here, dip into that Licky Tongue to hopefully bait out that Steel type, if there is any. And now they actually decide to stay in, so I'm going to shield up this first move, making sure that we still have the energy lead against whatever's gonna come in, or gonna be that answer against my Licky Tongue. But they actually fire off both of their Frenzy Plants, which is fine. And I'm just going to farm, or go for this Body Slam, just to make sure that we get some chip damage off this on this Venusaur, which is going to be absolutely huge for us. They go for another move, and at this point I think I will double shield here to preserve alignment, as that can be very helpful for us in this case. They're gonna go for the Frenzy Plant, which I just did, and now they're energy dry on their Venusaur, which is absolutely great, because I think they're in a range where we can farm them down with the charm damage. So they shoot up their our power whip, I should say, and at this point we are in a decent spot, I would say. We can go for a Thunderbolt here, and now my opponent is maybe starting to get greedy, as they might think they can farm us down, but I think they won't be able to, and we will still reach that Psycho Boost. Now, can they farm us down? I don't think they can, which they cannot, and that's going to be huge, because now all their energy is gone, and we actually leave also with, well, basically no farm down HP. And what do they have in the back? It's actually going to be a Frostlass, so this is kind of scary. And now I'm probably gonna come in with my Licky Tongue to just get some lick damage off, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna get in with my Frostlass, or with my Licky Tongue, I should say. Get some valuable chip damage from the lick fast move. Now hopefully we can farm them down before they reach 2 avalanches, because if they would reach 2 avalanches, this game is going to be over. But hopefully they cannot, and I think they will be slightly off in HP, where they won't be able to reach 2 avalanches. And if that's going to be the case, we're going to win this game once again. I'm just gonna go for the farm down here. They try to catch, maybe because they also recognize that they were probably not going to get the avalanche, as they would be probably, I think they were at the avalanche right now with that last powder snow sneaking through, but the charm would have KO'd them anyway, so that's going to be a GG. Very well played. So next game, also going to be the final game of this video. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. I know a lot of you trainers out there are not subscribed, but are watching these feeds, so yeah, well, don't be shy, click on that subscribe button, would help me out a lot. So the final game, also a bit of a shorter video today, as I don't have a lot of time recently, as I'm busy with other things such as work and whatever. So yeah, I gotta make choices, so today was a bit of a shorter one. So here they save swap into that Medicham. So at this point I was just like, I'm just going to go for the WIGGLYTUFF here. Why? Because I just want to get rid of this Medicham as quick as possible, and I'm expecting them to probably have something in the back, which is going to be maybe a Trevenant or maybe something else, and then Lickitung is probably the better call. But they actually have a Gligar, which is fine. At this point we got the alignment. Lickitung is so tanky that probably we don't even need to well, it doesn't really matter at this point what they throw. I'm going to shoot up the first move here just to make sure that we get the dig here right. It's going to be the right call. It is, and that's just a lot of energy on their part, which we shielded, expecting them to catch here, which they do, and now we can easily come in with our DEOXYS, go for a move at some point, making sure that we won't get that low on HP here, where we will still be able to apply some pressure on the Gligar as well, and also not be in a farm down range where they can get a lot of energy back. So here we can go for yet another counter on that Sand Slash, leave with a Psycho Boost, and now at this point my opponent basically has to shield anything because we are still so healthy on our Lickitung, and they actually let the move go through, which is a big mistake in my opinion, I should say. And here we're just gonna reach one more, and now they have a lot of energy, but honestly I don't think it's going to matter too much. We still had so much energy on our Lickitung as well. I don't need to shield here. I can shield if I want because I'm expecting them to go for the dig, but they actually baited here, which is huge, and now we can just go for the back-to-back body slam, and that's going to be it for this game. Also going to be it for this video. I just want to showcase you this team, as I do like WIGGLYTUFF so much, and I said it once before, I'm going to say it again: use WIGGLYTUFF, as it is just a super strong one right now in the current meta, in my opinion. Maybe it has gotten a bit weaker due to the fact that the Clodsire came in right in this new meta, sort of a new poison type Pokemon. So yeah, maybe that weakens it a bit more. But besides that, I think it's still going to be, or it's still a very strong one. So, hope you trainers like this video, and I'll see you trainers in the next video. Peace.